Hey everybody, it's Travis speaking. Today what I'd like to take a look at is how you can create floors in Revit 2014. And so if you've been following along, we've started with some walls here, and I've kind of moved forward a little bit to give you a better idea as to how this project is going to evolve. So I've got some walls here for the first, second floor, a bit of a foundation created. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at creating a floor in the second floor. So I'm going to navigate over to my second floor view where I have my DWG now. So I simply just took my DWG and I changed the base level for that to the second floor, and then I moved it in place relative to my grid line. So as you can see here, we've got some stairs, so we're going to need to have an opening, and really the floor is just a little bit of drafting, and then you say okay. So let's take a look at that. We'll come up to the floor and we're going to choose the architectural floor, and you'll notice that my ribbon changes and now I'm in this modify create floor boundary. So all I need to do simply is grab the rectangle tool, and I'm going to come over here to this top corner, and I want this to go to the outside face of the core, so I'm going to grab this spot right here. And so what this is going to do is cut into the wall that I place it at. Okay, so now that I have the overall, I can just hit the green check mark, but I know that I'm going to have this opening here for the staircase. So I might as well take care of that right now. And to do that, I'm just going to come up here to my split tool. And what I'm doing is I'm essentially making this top line 2 lines so that I can trim around this area here. So I'm going to come back to my draw tools and just come in here. And all I'm doing is using the underlay of my DWG to figure out what this opening is going to be. So this wall actually, sorry, that's not going to be there. I'm going to just remove that, and I'm going to bring this line right across and then continue up. And now I can simply use the trim extend feature and click on these 2 lines here, these 2 lines here, and it gives me the correct perimeter for that floor. So we'll accept that using the green check mark. Now I'm getting this message that says, would you like the walls that go up to this floor's level to attach to its bottom? We do, but I've already got those walls and they're extending, so I'm going to say no for the time being. And then I'm going to use this section view to take a look at this in a little bit better manner. So let's just flip that the other way, and I'm just going to simply double click on the symbol. And now I can see that floor that I placed in, it's not in the right spot, and it's also a concrete slab. So let's take care of that first thing first. Let's change the floor type to these wood joists, wood finish. And now the next thing I'm going to do is position it properly so that it's in the right place. So I'm just going to grab this level and choose my subfloor there. So you might want to modify this. Actually, I think I would want it to be like that. Okay. So now that it's in the right spot, we can take a look at how this terminates. That's fine, because you're going to create a detail later on that depicts how this is connected into the system. So for the time being, let's just take a look at this floor actually, because now that we've got it created, we can modify its type. So if we hit edit type, we can come in here and see like what we've seen before with our walls. If we click on the edit button near the structure, we'll see the makeup. So there's an oak flooring 3/4 of an inch thick. You've got a plywood substrate, and then the structure is some 2x10s. Okay, so that's good enough for what we wanted to do today. If you do need to come back in and modify this floor outline, you can come into edit boundary, and then it's going to give you some options as to where do you want to make those edits. We're doing this at the second floor, so I would choose that view and then say open the view, and now it brings me back into that interface for editing your boundary. So if you had a chase like over here, you could also cut that through the floor just by putting in another rectangle. So it looks like I missed it, so I can just come in here and grab those lines and make that absolutely correct. Okay, so it's going to keep asking me that, but now I've got that chase that goes all the way down through the floor. Okay, so there are some more tools in creating floors, like if you're creating a sloped floor for drainage, but today I just wanted to cover how to put them in there for the time being. Okay, so that's some fundamentals of creating floors in Revit. And again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave one below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye now.